Oh man.
No, Greg, remind us a little bit about who you are and about Rancho Genesis.
Yeah, I'm really an old guy, 61 years old, but I am the co-founder of Genesis, and God has called me just specifically, actually, to youth, to helping youth, and He made it very obvious that that's what He would like me to do, and to feed His sheep, and to do that with youth. And I love the ranch and what we're doing here.
So why this ministry in this place?
Well, God put on our hearts Mexico to be able to come down and to serve those that are the least of these. Talks in Matthew, I think it's 25:41 or similar in that area.
Somewhere around there. It's
Somewhere
okay.
in there. You guys can look it up.
Yeah, we're people of grace here.
Yeah, and thank you very much. I appreciate that. And but it just talks about the least of these and caring for the least of these. And these orphans and these children that are very similar to the foster care of the United States with all the struggles and problems that they've had. God just put it on our heart to give them as a beautiful camp with unbelievably wonderful amigos, giving them Jesus' arms of love for them.
So remind us a little bit about what happens at Puerto Mosa.
Puerto Mosa is right now, it's the orphanage for the very medically fragile children. And we have one child now, he's 15, his name is Manuel and Manuelito. And we're now going to grow it to 6 to 8 children, depending on their handicaps. But it's really children who have a lot of brain damage, and a lot of needs from that perspective. And we're going to be blessed, and they're really become our kids and our family. So.
And as we came on site, and as we'll see in the video when I put this together, the work that's been going on at Puerto Mosa, how has that site changed over the last year? And what is the vision for that site moving into the future?
Yeah, when your team came last year, you were digging ditches for foundations and cleaning out dirt, getting ready for the first pour of concrete for the foundation of it all. And since then, and all that hard work that your team did, we have progressed really quite beautifully. God has provided in really miraculous ways. There's another ministry that's come alongside us called Strong Tower, and they're helping build it out in different ways, especially with the labor aspect, skilled labor. So we now have got the foundation that you did. It was for the bodega or the warehouse, for the warehousing of food. We now have the 25 tons of food coming in and out of that all the time. We have into-school supplies that are in there, and of course at the moment a lot of construction supplies, while we have donated things from construction in there also. Up above though, we have new dorms for any mission staff, or I'm sorry, missionaries or teams that are going to be coming to serve at Puerto Mosa. We have a small little dorms there for them that will seat about 12 total. And then when Jake comes, we have and his family, we have a little hotel room there that we're having for people that want to come down and help serve alongside us. So we got a Jake hotel going on right now too.
And what's the next stage in the renovation at Puerto Mosa?
Right now, we are getting ready to do. Well, it's kind of hard, but there's arches in it, and the arches in the front are going to go in, and then we're going to go on the back right side. We're going to do all the concrete masonry work related to the apartment for the caregivers, so that we can get up high enough to really start the whole upstairs structure, which is where the office is located, so that we can be up there permanently where we will be blessed by that and have a permanent site for our office finally after all these 16 years, something like that. So.
And then how can we at SVAC be praying for your family and for the work here at the ranch and at Puerto Mosa? How can we be praying for you?
Well, I think, as you continue to pray for specifically here at the ranch and Rancho Genesis, it's for the continuations of teams to continue to be impressed by Jesus on their hearts, to join us like Jesus did Jake, to come and be with us and help with us, because we can't do it here alone. We need your help in that. So that would be huge, to have prayers for the alumni returning, to like Jake wants to come and return, and others, new churches to come and help us, because to be the arms of love, we really need you guys to help us with that. So that's a prayer for the ranch. A prayer for the Casa Hogar is that God will provide the children and bring them as He knows we're capable and able to do that. And so as the babies are abandoned in the hospital, that we'll be ready to accept them and be able to care for them in the best of our abilities and bring them to their best, fullest potential. So that would be a prayer. And I think to end with Patty and I think it's just a prayer of that we just stay very close to Jesus, because that's what we really need, and to keep our hearts on and eyes on Him, and to stay close to Him, and He'll guide us, and just a desire to love Him, and with all our hearts, mind, and soul, and to follow His will, and just to pray that, because that's following His will is a daily thing, not so much something that you say once and that's it. It's daily, and I want to do that daily. So you can pray for that for Patty.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much, Greg. We really appreciate you guys allowing us to come down here and to serve alongside you. We are blessed to be able to be a blessing. Our God is good, and He is good here, and He is good in San Jose, and He is good everywhere. So thank you very much for allowing us to come and for sharing your heart about what's happening with Genesis Diaz.
Yeah. Thank you, Jake.
My name is Amy Miller, and I am originally from Seattle, Washington. I'm 22 years old, and I first came to Genesis 7 years ago as an amigo, so I was here for a week.
And how long have you been on staff here at the ranch?
This is my 4th full summer on staff.
And why this ministry for you?
Well, when I first found out about it about 8 years ago, I was actually at a youth workers convention, National Youth Workers Convention in San Diego with my mom, because she's the youth pastor, and we were walking around and we met Greg and Patty there, and we had been on mission trips before, but it was a lot of building, which is good. I mean, that stuff needs to be done as well, but it was a lot of construction and a lot of, you got to see kids or work with kids, like go to do a VBS for kids kind of thing, but in the community, and then it was just for one day, different kind of things. And this was the only one where it was really focused on building a relationship with kids, and the only one that really worked a lot with orphans.
So what, during the course of the week, what are some of the things that really, energize you and, really, it's the summer is really long, right? What are the things that, continue to help you move forward with so much passion and energy for God's work here?
Besides my morning cup of coffee, everything else, it's just the kids. If ever I'm tired or I'm just frustrated or anything, just simply sitting down and talking to a kid, I'm just yep, and this is why I'm here. It's so evident how God is working in their lives when they're here, and when I've been to some of their orphans before, and they're happy and everything, but here it's just it's this place of instant security for them, and it's this place of they know nothing bad's going to happen to them here. And we've asked the kids before, what does Rancho Genesis mean to you? What is it to you? And it always is the same answer. It's so many of the kids give us the answer that, well, it's a safe place where God is. They were it's a place of God, and to hear that from a 6-year-old is just it's amazing. And so it's just the kids, just simply sitting down, having a conversation with the kid, or just holding a kid as they're sleeping, or just anything to do, playing soccer with the kids, sitting there making a bracelet.
How important and what is the purpose of the Amigos here on the ranch?
How important? Utterly, extremely important.
Maybe you could say in Spanish how important the Amigos are on the ranch.
You want me to say it
in Spanish? Yeah.
Okay. Los amigos aquí en el Rancho Genesis son como los más importantes, porque nosotros solo no podemos hacer eso, porque tenemos un montón de cosas que hacer en cualquier lado, pero con los amigos, ellos pueden dar todo el amor de Dios que viene a través de ellos a los niños, y eso es porque vienen aquí. Nosotros estamos haciendo las otras cosas en el fondo y no sé qué, poniendo la escuelita bíblica, y esas son buenas cosas, pero solo hay como unos de nosotros, y hay tantos niños que no podemos amar todos los niños nosotros mismos. Como en la casa solo tienen como 4 a lo mejor voluntarios por como 50 niños, y ellos no pueden dar tanto amor a los niños como merecen, tanto amor que Dios quiere que tienen. Entonces los amigos están la persona que pueden dar este amor a los niños, que pueden dar este amor que nunca falla, este amor de Dios.
Okay, now I was actually expecting muy like that. Now you got to tell us what you said.
You said in Spanish.
I was just expecting muy mucho.
Okay. Well, the amigos are like one of the most important aspects of the ranch, because the staff, I mean, we can do a week here, we can put on the Bible school, we have cooks, so we can do all that, and it'll be good, but it's not giving them the unconditional love, that one-on-one love or two-on-one love that they deserve. And I mean, think about it, most of us have had parents growing up, and they were, we had one sibling or two, a couple siblings, but our parents were always there loving on us. And specifically, but when the kids are in the orphanages, I mean, sometimes there's 40, 50 kids, and at any given moment there could only be 2 to 4 volunteers there, or 2 to 4 workers. Well, imagine trying to love 50 kids with 4 of you. I mean, or 2 of you. It just doesn't work, and the kids don't get that one-on-one attention. They don't get that affirmation. They don't get to see. It's not that the workers don't want to give that. It's just they can't love on each kid like those kids deserve. And so the amigos can come here, and they don't have to worry about the cooking or the Bible school or anything. Their main focus is just to love on the kids and to show them God's love by their actions, show them God's unconditional love through their actions, by always following the kids, always doing things with the kids, even if the kids sometimes they might reject them because of their past experiences. Well, we reject God sometimes too, but he always takes us back. He's never going to reject us. And the amigos have that. They get to come here and they get to show that love to the kids.
And then how can we be praying through the course of the summer for the staff in particular here on the ranch?
Just for guidance, for just to listen to God's will. Sometimes it's difficult it's easy to get busy, and there's so many things that need to be done sometimes, and it sometimes can be difficult, especially for me, I know, to take that quiet time and find with God. When I try to, and then it's like there's a million things blinking in my head that I know I need to do. And so I guess just for us to be able to find those quiet moments and those times with God, and to be able to continually seek out His will, and to have guidance when we're with a kid, and to know exactly what to say and exactly what to do, and what's going to benefit them the most, and what's going to bring them closest to God. What can we say to bring them closer to their Heavenly Father?
Awesome. Well, thanks, Amy. That's all.
Thank you.
Okay.
I'm Jeremy.
And how old are you, Jeremy?
I'm 18 years old. I've been with Genesis for 3 years as an amigo, and this is my first time on staff. I'll be on staff for 5 weeks.
Where are you from, Jeremy?
I'm from Union City, California.
Awesome. That's close to us. It's good. So what's so special about the ranch?
What's special to me is that relationships on the ranch are formed just like that. They're so quick. Like, day 1, you're still getting to know your Nino, but by day 2, you guys are like best friends. Like, God's love is personified so much through this camp, and yeah.
And how has God impacted your life by being involved with Rancho Genesis?
I came to this ranch when I was a sophomore in high school. By then, I wasn't really plugged in with God yet, but this experience has really made my relationship with Jesus Christ more personal and more. It's been strengthened by a lot, and now I'm continually seeking God, and yeah.
Okay, so my name's Hannah, and I'm from London, and I'm 19 years old, and I've been at the ranch for 2 weeks now.
And in your 2 weeks here at the ranch, what is so special about this place?
The thing that's really special about this place, that's different to any kind of ministry to do with orphans or even children, is that the work we do with them is so specific to each child, and they're kind of really impacting each individual's life by, I don't know the word. So this is what I forget what to say.
It's okay.
By like making sure we're meeting like each individual need, and it's very personal.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And how has God really impacted your life or spoken to you during your time here on the ranch?
He's really spoken to me because he's really opened up my world, even within these 2 weeks. He's really touched me. The moment the kids kind of stepped off the bus and you just see their excitement for a place like this, you know, your heart kind of just melts for them because they're so appreciative of something like this, and the fact God can touch their lives through a place like this and use people, just ordinary people like us, is something really special.
Hi, I'm Brooke. I am 21 years old. I'm from Idaho, and I've been on the ranch for 3 weeks now, and will continue to be here for another 7 or 8 weeks.
How long have you been involved with Rancho Genesis in previous years?
Last year, I was an amigo for the first time, and this is my first year serving on staff.
And what's special about this place?
This place is really special because God's presence is really thick here, and I just sense God's peace and His love here, and it's just amazing to love on orphans in a unique way, and to get to just have fun with them and love on them in such a loving environment.
And how has God impacted your life through the work that has been done here at Rancho Genesis?
God has impacted my life because last year when I was here as an amigo, God really broke my heart for the people of Mexico. And I feel like Mexico is somewhere in my future, and I love this place, and I love the kids here, and I just have such a broken heart for these orphans and for these kids that I get to see on a daily basis. And I just want to do my best to serve them and to have the heart of God for them, and I just hope that they can see Jesus in my eyes.
Hi, my name is Susan Craig, and I am 24 years old, and I'm from Chicago. This is my second summer on staff at Rancho Genesis, and I will be here this summer for 5 weeks.
And what is special about the ranch?
So what's special about the ranch is it is just a beautiful place that you can see God working all the time. When these niños come, it's so amazing to hear like their stories. It's so amazing to see how much they appreciate everything that we do. This is an incredible vacation for them when, you know, none of us would really call this a vacation. We would just call this, you know, something that's a lot lower than what we would be up to our standards for a vacation, where they find this is a very special time and they get to connect with people, they get to be loved upon, and they really get to feel a connection with somebody, and I think that that's absolutely beautiful.
Okay, so, and let us know, tell us a little bit about how God has impacted your life because of the work here at Rancho Genesis.
So one thing is that when you come to the ranch, usually you expect to, you know, pour out to other people, and you expect to, you know, have God impact other people's lives while you're here, except you don't understand that one of the biggest things is you get something in return. And while I've been here, one thing I've learned is just, I've really learned to appreciate everything that I have been blessed with in my life, that I have been blessed with so many different things. And it's the little things that really truly count. It's, you can show God's love through a smile. You can show God's love through a hug, and God's love does not have to be in Spanish or in any other language. It is a completely universal language, and you know, just by being here, by being with these kids, I have seen God move, I have seen God work, and even though they can't always communicate with me either, I can tell that they have been impacted, and my life has been impacted. God has shown me a lot about how He cares for me and how He takes care of all of His children through this experience.
Hi, my name is Eder. I'm 20 years old, and I'm from Cuernavaca, which is Mexico, South Mexico. And I just got here, and I am working with Genesis. I'm gonna be 1 year already. I know Genesis for a while, but just like friends. But now I'm part of the staff. But it's awesome.
So, what's special about the ranch?
I like to being used to do like construction, the things that the ranch they need, and if I use my hands,
Stand and do it.
if I use my hands and the gift that God gave me to do these things, for me it's awesome.
And how has God impacted your life because of the ministry here at the ranch?
My first time.
Hold on. Sorry, Laura. So how has God impacted your life because of the work here at the ranch?
My first time in spring, I was working with the niños, and I got very impacted just to see how the amigos work with the niños 1 week, and how they show the love, how the niños can see the love of God just in 1 week.
Hi, I'm Ben, and this week in Mexico, I had a really good experience talking to the niños and also one of their leaders. His name was Ulysses, and I just got to know him better. He's one of the few people that know English very well, so I got to talk to him about the kids, and he's just explaining more about his views on like God's love and how he gave up school to help out in the orphanage, and it's just really encouraging to hear how he said that there's more to life than just making money, but if you don't have love, then you don't have anything, and that really stuck to me. So.
I'm Amanda, and I think that Rancho Genesis is just a really great ministry right now because just the orphans, I know they don't get a lot of personalized, like individual attention just on a regular basis because there's so many of them and so few staff. And just taking 1 week out of our summer, it's really little in comparison to like the rest of our year. And just being able to love these kids just unconditionally and just for the whole week, like all day, every day, it's been really great. And I can see God working like in our friendships and just like in the amigos and the niños, and it's just been such a blessed week. And being able to love these kids just through like playing with them and just like helping them like make crafts and just serving them meals, it's been a real blessing, and I know they've really loved it.
Hi, I'm Sonia. I think the work here on Rancho Genesis is really important because the kids don't experience love the same way that most kids do. And it's not like a parent and a child kind of love, it's more like many kids that only have a few staff members to look over them. And so I feel that when the kids come to camp, they get to have more, they get to have a relationship, build a relationship with us. And we get to show them that love, that one-on-one connection. And so I think that the kids need to experience that. Also, since they've come from different or difficult backgrounds, I also think it's really important because we need to share God's love with the children that don't have that experience. Yeah.
Hi, my name is Kristen. Yeah, I'm gonna be a sophomore at UCSD. I'm 18. One way God has spoken to me this week, I don't know, it's been interesting. So, on the way back yesterday from the boat ride, I'm just sitting there with two of my kids, and I'm just extremely peaceful. And I've got my arms around my kids, and all I hear God saying is just like, "These are my kids, and I love them." And it's just like throughout this whole week, it's just like it's so evident how much God loves His children, how much He loves us, and it's just, I don't know. I really feel like God just pouring out His love.
Hi, I'm Preston. If I had to say something that was really memorable for me, I would say that, it was also new, and it was visiting the Bufadora, which is like this giant blowhole in the side of the cliffs near like the beach we were going to. And I think every time like water would just spray really high, it just reminded me of like like God's creation, like how like beautiful it is. And I think like it really impacted the kids a lot too, because they were mesmerized by like how like the blowhole worked, and they just stared at it for like over an hour or so. Yeah.
Okay, so hi, I'm April. I'm here on the Mexico trip, and what I took away from this trip is God really tested me in my faith and trust in Him, because compared to last year, this year it was really hard being able to connect with my kids for the first 2 days, and it was really hard because I wasn't able to communicate with them or just really talk with them. And however, on the third day we went to the bufadora, or the blowhole, and I guess God kind of opened their hearts and really, they really opened up to me, and I was able to have a lot of fun with them, really connect with them, and be able to love on them even more, that they accepted me. And so God really taught me that I really need to trust Him and to, just spread His love. And I'm really enjoying this trip. I'm gonna miss all the kids, and especially my two niñas, Angela and Paola. So I look forward to coming again next year.
Alright, I'm Ching, and something that I won't forget that we did this week was going to the beach with the kids and just playing with them, even though the weather wasn't so great. It was gloomy and it was kind of cold, but everyone was still having fun. And one of the most memorable things was just carrying my Nino, Samantha, in the waves with her for a really, really long time, and that was really fun.
Hi, I'm Mindy, and this is my second year on this mission trip. The most memorable thing that happened this week that I saw God in would be, I guess, last night when the kids danced for us. They danced and they sang for us, which was really, really adorable and cute. And just like the expressions and how happy they were to just praise God and to dance like for God. And I don't know, it just really spoke to me, and like how passionate they were. It's just, I don't know, it was good.
Hi, my name is Yo-Yo, and this is my first time going to a short-term mission trip in Mexico, and I really enjoyed playing with my kids. I really saw God when we went to the beach, and I was building sandcastles with my Nina Chayo. She was really cute, and I really admired her innocence as a little child, and she just had a very joyful smile, and I felt that God was right there with us. So I wish I can come back to Mexico again next year and experience God's presence again.